years ago, we had some guineas and a cow, and the guineas didn't really like to stay home very much, and so I started off with silkies and some little miniature chickens, and they laid many eggs, and so my husband decided that he wanted chickens with regular sized eggs. So I started adding to the flock, and now I have roughly 20 hens and a few more roosters than what I need, but they have been a pleasure, and now I collect somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 eggs a week.
Wow, that's a lot. And I've heard that you went to one of our Karina classes, the chick class.
Yes, it was very informative. Provided all of the basics I needed in order to get started with my chickens. One of the things I'm always asked is, with my chickens, do I have to have roosters? Because while I'm sitting on conference calls, obviously you heard the rooster in the background. He likes to sit outside my window while I'm having my conference calls, and people are pretty entertained with that. But so that question usually comes out on the phone, and I explain, no, you do not have to have a rooster to have eggs.
Okay, now we're inside of this, she calls She-Shed, and this is where she keeps a lot of her feed and treats and stuff like that. And I was wanting to know, well, what do you feed your chickens?
So I actually feed my hens the laying pellets, and those have actually proven to be very beneficial to the hens, especially with the quantity of eggs that we lay. We have to throw myself in there and collect the eggs. So anyway, we do have many eggs. As you can tell, this is just what we've gathered, and I've already sold 4 dozen today. So this is 5 weeks worth of collection, and all of the eggs are very strong. The shells are extremely strong, and obviously beautiful color because of the variety of chickens. So the hens love all of the Purina product. The flock block, I actually keep one of these in the pen in the back all year round. I built some pallets, and so I keep it up on the pallet. That way I don't have to worry about it getting wet or melting or anything like that. But they absolutely flock to it. So
yeah, that keeps them from picking on each other a lot of times too, and keeps them not so bored when they're cooped up.
Exactly, and especially this last couple of months ago when we had that freeze, I put one of the flock blocks out there along with a bunch of hay, and that kept them pretty entertained and calm, so we could get through those 4 days without having electricity and the extremely cold temperatures out. So,
well, I would like y'all to take a look inside of her hen house. It's amazing what she's done up in here.
I should have some hens in there laying eggs right now, and probably some eggs I need to collect. And of course, the one little Silky who thinks she's a big chicken.
Now you can see we're out here in, what do you call this, the chicken coop?
Yes.
Okay, and you got the flock block.
I have my flock block. The chickens have been pecking away at it quite a bit here. We have pallets, so chickens love to get at different levels. So half the chickens sleep in the she shed and the coop and the hen house part, and then the rest like to sleep out here. It's cooler. Also, when the temperatures get extreme, I have 2 fans over there, so I'll turn the fans on. Obviously, it's cooler on this side of the house. This is southern facing, so their entry into the hen house is on the back of the building. It's protected from the north wind, and it's southern facing as well, so you can get that nice breeze in during the summer months. And then this is actually what I started out with as my chicken coop. I've kind of grown away from this a lot, so now it's my ICU baby nursery. So whenever I have someone who's sick, they go in here, or when I have babies like I have now, they go in here, and they're just big enough where I can let them out to play a little bit while I'm around to watch them.
Well, this is a really great setup that you have here. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you letting us come out.
Hi, I'm Val, and I'm here with B&A today. We're going to do a little tour of our coop and talk about some chickens. So what type of chickens do you have here? So today I have some Rhode Island Reds, I have some Americanas, and I also have some ducks. So what's your favorite type of chicken? My favorite type of chicken chicken's gonna be the Rhode Island Red, just because it's really, really friendly, not just with humans, but also with other chickens as well. What got you started with chickens? Mostly it's having fresh eggs, because who doesn't love having fresh eggs? And also the companionship, the fact that they're really, really friendly, is really one of the things that caught my attention. What advice would you give people starting off with chickens, especially baby chickens? Baby chickens, for me, it's more of the foundation. So it's, so to say, have a coop ready so that you have an enclosure so that there's no other predators that are going to be able to come and take them, or also keep it nice and warm for them since they're really small. And what are some pros and cons about having chickens and ducks together? The pros and cons of having both chickens and ducks, the pros are going to be that, I mean, who doesn't love ducks? They're super cute, and they can also get along with other chickens. The cons would be just the introduction, so you have to have a good time frame on when you're supposed to introduce them, that way that the babies don't get pecked at or anything like that. What do you feed them? So I feed them the flock raiser pellets and also crumbles. Usually you start off with crumbles just because they're a lot smaller in size, and people's preference, if you want to go to a pellet, that's totally up to you, but they are awesome. What do you feed Purina? Why I feed Purina, it's more of the science behind their feed. It's what they invest into it as well. For having us here today. We're gonna do a little tour of our coop, so if you can please come closer and show you around. Alrighty, so down here I have a little play area for them. So have some grass down there, make it nice and soft. Normally when they're this small, I won't let them out for a long time, but just let them have a little fun out here in free range. And also, as they get older, they'll have a little area where they can stay nice and warm, little tiny room. And then also I'm gonna move it back here. So when they start laying eggs, you can go ahead and just lift it here and collect your eggs on both spots right there. Where did you buy this coop at? I bought this coop at Russell Feed and Supply in Halton City. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stephanie with Russell Feed and Supply.
I'm Victor from Russell Feed and Supply, and we're here to do the coop tour with...
My name is Jessica, and I've been a long-time customer of Russell Feed and Supply.
We're just here today to ask her a couple questions on her coop that she's got going here. She's got a pretty awesome setup, so we'll go ahead and get started. Victor?
My first question is, why do you love chickens?
I love chickens because of their personalities. My chickens have a really big personality, and they're really sweet girls, and they give us nice fresh eggs every day. And they also make my kids smile. My kids love my chickens, so
Definitely. I would say, what's one of the biggest things about your coop that you enjoy?
I just really like the atmosphere of it all. My feeders and my waters are actually very cool, and they're very self-sufficient. So that makes everything pretty easy. And it's just a really nice atmosphere to come hang out and let the kids play, and we enjoy our chickens a lot. So.
And on your bedding and stuff, what's all you use on your bedding?
So I actually use a pine bark mulch, which is something that you guys usually sell at y'all's locations. And I also use a landscape mix, and we just mix it at the bottom together. We usually use about 1 bag each. And we've had this same bedding here in the coop for about almost a year, and we've never had to change it. We just go in with a rake and just stir it up a little bit, and I mean, probably like every now and again, and it's good to go. I mean, there's no odor or anything like that. It just does its own thing. And then we use some straw bedding in the nesting boxes.
Cool. Would you say that using Purina Layana crumbles has really benefited your chickens?
Yeah, we usually get anywhere from about 4 to 6 eggs a day. And they really started laying good whenever we started the laying a feed. We'll go anywhere between, like we'll switch it up between pellets and crumble.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks like they're getting some little snacks in there right now. What are you using for your snacks?
Well, our girls really like the Groovy Scratch, which is something else that, you know, you guys sell at the feed store. And we also mix in some mealworms in there too. They really enjoy the mealworms. So I give that to them about once a week.
Daddy, wanna make a mess.
And you do crumbles and pellets too?
Yeah, the pellets seem to make less of a mess. So typically we usually just do the pellets, but we have done the crumbles before and they do just fine on it.
Water.
And you clean it once a year, or just the dirt and the?
Yeah, I mean, we clean the outside of the coop, obviously,
Okay.
more than that, you know, just like the weather and stuff. But as far as the bedding goes, we've never actually had to like take everything out. We just like refill it, and this is the first time that we've refilled it in a year. And we just use one bag of each bedding, the pine bark mulch and the landscape mix.
So it makes like a compost almost.
Yeah, and it's actually like really smell free. You
Yeah,
know, it
yeah,
might
it
sound
doesn't
crazy.
smell.
No
Yeah,
odor or anything going on,
yeah.
that's for sure.
yeah, and we just go in with a little bitty rake every now and again, and we'll just kind of rake it up and even it all out, and then that's it. It's very, very simple. I think that's like one of the things that I love most about chickens is that they're actually very low maintenance. If you do it right, I mean, they really just do their own thing, and
They're kind of self-sufficient.
yeah,
essentially.
yeah, and then we let them free range in the yard probably about 3 times a week, and they really like to go out there and just find anything, find some grub or.
For sure. I
Yeah.
would say definitely your chickens look very happy.
Yeah, they are. They're very happy, and they make us really happy. So it's a win-win.
Well, that's a good benefit to have around. Explanation on your setup that you have.
Sure, yeah. This is a 4-inch PVC pipe that I got from Home Depot, and just a water container that I've rigged up with the little spigots from Russell Feed, and then I just mounted it there. And then I have 4-inch PVC over here that I have the gravity feeders, and I have one in here. And then you just pop this little top off right here. Pop that top off, and then I just fill it all the way up, and it just comes out as they want. And
Yeah, if you have any feeders that are outside, you know, just be aware that rain can get inside of here. So if you have like an extra cap or something like that you just want to put over it on those bad weather days, definitely do that, because you know it will get water inside of it. But we probably don't have to fill up these feeders once a week. Maybe once every other week, and we have 2 chickens, and same thing with the water. We just fill it up once a week, or you know, once every other week, and it just does its thing. The water stays really fresh, and the girls just peck at the little spigots. Yeah, spigots, you know, as much as they're thirsty, and very self-sufficient.
Hey, Weston, what's your favorite thing about chickens?
I don't know.
You don't know? Do you like that they give you eggs? Can you show our customers your eggs?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hey, Weston, can you show the phone the eggs?
Show the camera.
How many eggs do we have today?
2.
Good job. Can you show us your chickens?
His name is Lucy.
Wow, is that Lucy? Awesome.
Other chicken, Rez or Isabel, and she's a sweetie.
Hi, baby girl.
Thank you, Russell V.
Hi, this is Diana from Russell Feed, Decatur, Texas, and we're here with Linda and Travis Laney. We're going to do a small coop tour, and we brought them some organic scratch greens. You like to feed scratch greens, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure your ladies would like that.
Well, they always do.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
All the birds and the coos and the possums.
Well, you have a very unique setup here.
Okay.
You don't think so?
It's just, we started losing some chickens and we had them in that old pen right there. And so this is why we constructed this. We can shut that back gate in the evenings and nothing can get to them. We haven't lost one since.
Oh, that's good. So, but how many birds did you keep usually?
About a dozen.
About 12.
Yeah, I got 11 right now. Usually around 12.
Okay. So what's your favorite breed?
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
Maybe, you know, I like the reds. Rhode Island Reds or New Hampshires, or,
Yes, sir.
but they just come by them. Some people bring them to our son. Brought us that one. Our farrier brought us that rooster one day when we weren't here and put it in there. We've talked about that. But we keep him. He's doing all right.
Well, that's good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Pushed her out.
Pushed her out. I see you have like wild bird feeders in there. Is that,
Oh yeah, we feed the birds all the time.
I guess, keeps the squirrels out and stuff?
That one, no, you can't keep the squirrels out of it except for that one there.
Okay.
And we have found that we have some frustrated squirrels around here because they can't get into that feeder. They tried for hours. We sat there and watched them. Never did get a seed out of it.
Oh wow.
They get on it, and their weight closes
Shuts
it up,
down,
so they can't.
spring loaded.
They can't.
They figure it out.
They can't figure it out.
Let's not let them out, okay? You probably
Come here, Charlie.
Here.
You can't go in.
You can't do that. Jolene.
She's on. Well, all is quiet now. Mm-hmm. She's not gonna attack me, is she?
No.
I've never had one peck me.
Oh, well, that's good.
No.
Got a thermometer in there and
I've got a
everything.
one of these little red ones.
Uh-huh.
When I'm in there cleaning, she'll jump up on the boards there, and then she'll jump up on my shoulder.
Oh, well, that's cool. Well, this is very nice.
Thank you. That rope there, we put a can of cabbage on there. Let it jump up and eat that. We hadn't got the bicycle done yet. It's partially disassembled, but I'm run out of energy.
Hi, I'm Michelle Moore. I'm an RPS for Purina and I work for Russell Feed and Supply. I'm here with Paige Putnam, and we're here to talk about her show chickens and her coop setup. So, could you give me a little bit of information why you choose the Purina feed for your show chickens?
Yes, the silky breed requires more vitamins and minerals, and the Purina products, the Black Razor and the Omega, both carry the extra vitamins, minerals, and it's also they seem to really like it. I've fed it for over 19 years. It's great for helping their plumage and the shine you see. It all comes around when they have the extra vitamins and minerals on a regular basis.
When you take them to show, how do you hold your chicken when you're carrying them around? This is so somebody that's getting started in a showing chickens and
You do your fingers like this, and you're going to put both legs between those fingers. They feel secure that way. She's like, okay, I'm not too secure, but I'm secure. But yes, that way you can hold them up. When I'm grooming prior to show, I use a toothbrush to help fluff the crest. But if you see how you're holding them, that way they feel secure. And that's what we teach the juniors when they're in showmanship, is to hold them like this because they have more control over the bird and the bird feels safe.
they don't feel like they're falling. So what does a judge look for when they're judging?
Well, in each breed is different. So in the silky breed, they look for a moderate sized crest that flows into the back with the cushion, the tight wings, and then a short squatty position. A lot of breeds are a taller leg bird. The silkies are supposed to be where if you had them on the ground, you could see slightly to the back, but their overall appearance is basically like a heart-shaped. can get it from that angle, but it's basically a heart shaped. And so they look for that. They look for tight wings, correct eye color, comb color, skin color, which in Silkies it's black. The 5 toes. They look for, they like the birds to show themselves. So she's one of my favorite. She likes to perform for the judges. She'll strut around in the cage. The beard, they want to see a nice full beard.
And this is the beard that's here, correct?
Yes, right here. Sit up, princess. So you can see your beard. We use a coop that is, there you go. We use the coop with the, it's basically a kennel setup where all the doors and the windows and the sides, everything is open. The roof is vaulted, so it lets more airflow in. During the summer, we add fans, and in the winter, all we use is regular light bulbs. They stay plenty warm. We'll double tarp it. The tarps will pull down if it's rain's blowing. If it's not blowing, we just leave them up. But the openness and the airflow is the reason we use these coops, and I really love the roofing that we got from Lowe's. Any of the pens can have anywhere from 2, 3 to 7 girls per rooster. And these are, I use these type dividers because I can take them out, spray them off, bleach them, and it keeps it cleaner. If you have a lot of wood in your coops, then you have a lot of problems with mites and bugs, and they stay in the wood. Illnesses will stay in the wood. Where these, you can take them out, change them, do them however you want to do them, and then they're easy to clean.
I know you have some standard chickens that you do down there.
Yes.
You do them the same way, you set them up different, or?
They're open. They don't have the breeding pens. We recently lost our rooster. He was probably 13 or 14.
No.
But now we have just the hens, and they just have an open. They're better about laying their eggs in a coop. That's one thing Silkies don't do. They drop and lay. I mean, they'll just drop an egg and keep going. They don't really like to get in a coop to lay. So, where these guys will actually go up into their roost and lay their eggs up here, or in one of the boxes. But Silky's not so much. And they're just open and free to run back and forth.
Hello, I'm Peyton Brown, and I'm a Purina RPS, and I work for Russell Feed and Supply in Camp Bowie, and I'm here with Hannah Hazlett, one of my co-workers here at Russell Feed. We're just going to give you some key points and tips on how to start your first flock. So Hannah, what should I use to get started if I'm going to start my own flock?
So to get started, you can totally get a metal trough, or you can get like a little storage container. You can put it like in the garage, or you can put it in the laundry room. Get your heat light, red bulb on there, keep them warm. Make sure you keep them inside. Just have like a little space for them inside.
So why would you keep them inside and for how long?
So the reason why you keep them inside is because they're easier to contain when they're little, and it keeps them warm. They can't really regulate their body temperatures until they get fully feathered. So with them having only just their wings, their whole body is still kind of like peach fuzz, kind of, so they can't really keep themselves warm.
Okay, what would you suggest that I feed?
So what we feed ours here is what we recommend y'all to feed a medicated chick start. It helps prevent them, it helps with them in their immune system, and it helps prevent coccidiosis, which isn't good to have. We highly recommend it for you to start on there, get your chicks happy and healthy.
Okay. So how long would I feed the chick start?
You feed it to them when they hit about 5 or 6 months of age, and that's generally when they start laying their eggs. So then you switch them to their the laying feed. You can either do crumbles or pellets. It has oyster shell in it, which helps with the egg production, helps do a proper calcium intake for them to have as they grow older.
Okay. So would you suggest like adding any supplements, vitamins, anything like that?
I would recommend giving them probiotics for a week or two. That way it puts good bacteria into their gut. I would give them electrolytes to help them, give them a good boost. And that's pretty much all they need. It's just a good boost and a good probiotic in their system.
And when do you think you should be able to take them out of like your laundry room, as you said, or wherever you generally keep them?
So when they're fully feathered is about 6 to 8 weeks from now. So they are only like 3 weeks old right now, so generally like 6 weeks from now you can take them outside and put them out in the coop that you already have available for them. And just keep them outside.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate it.